gentlemen, and
we're not that kind of podcast. We're not that kind of podcast. You can say, ladies and gentlemen, you can say whatever you want.
welcome to another episode of
Off the Records with B Money and the Okaman. Awoo!
Awoo!
I've never been on here.
Oh yeah, and we have
I
Henry
didn't know.
Phillips here.
That's why I was late on my cue there.
We never give a heads up that we awoo.
Oh, okay.
We've never been on here before.
So 3 seconds in, we ahoo.
Yeah.
And cool.
Well, thanks for coming, Henry.
Yeah, good to be here.
Glad you didn't have anything else to do today.
I didn't, it's raining.
Honestly, I don't want to date the podcast, but it is raining in LA. The one day that
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, that was the 15th.
I did see 2 accidents on the way over here.
Really?
Yeah.
In pants or?
Yeah, like 2 people shit their pants. You can just tell they were
Guy walking down the street just stops and shits his pants.
Yeah.
It was at the Chevron.
He had an accident.
by the hot dogs.
I love the rain. I like this weather. I wish we had a little more of it. I was just on the East Coast, and it was all gray and rainy, so it was nice to come back here.
And it'd still be gray and rainy.
Still be gray and rainy, so I get to enjoy it for another day.
I always fire up the Albert Hammond Senior. It never rains in Southern California when it rains.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you fucking idiot.
I should have done the small talk of, you brought the rain with you. Or if it's not raining, you didn't bring the rain with you.
That would be a fun podcast, the Small Talk podcast.
That's funny.
It's like blackjack, when you're sitting there for like 3 hours and you're down several $100 and it's 3 a.m., but there's just some guy that does the same joke every time. Johnny, why don't you give me more like that? When he gets a good one, or it's like then he gets a bad one. Hey, give me more like the one you gave me 2 hands ago. And it's just like, just goes on forever. I guess it's obvious from that story that I'm an addictive gambler.
Yeah, you just got back from the casino.
Which
Yeah.
one?
And boy, are my arms tired.
Boy, is my
No, they
wallet
really are.
tired.
Boy, are my arms broken.
From lifting all those heavy chips and handing them over. No, I didn't recently.
Big slot machine guy?
No, I liked blackjack, craps.
I don't understand craps.
Oh,
I never
really
did it.
fun.
It's so easy.
It's an adrenaline rush.
It is. It's truly.
Yeah.
It's like the closest you could come to doing cocaine.
It's like when a table is hot, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I was playing craps at MGM Grand one time, and Jimmy Buffett was like the house entertainment there for the month or whatever. He was doing a residency or whatever, and he came down and played with us, and everybody was winning, and it was like he had a Corona, and everybody's like, "That's the best. I love Jimmy Buffett. It was great." And then he took off after winning a bunch of money, and then we're all there like way too long, like 40 minutes later, and everybody loses their money, and we're just like, this is crap. I don't even really like Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, the emotions just go way up.
I don't know. How does it work? It's just you try to roll the same. I actually did win money playing craps, but I had no idea what I was doing. But everybody at the table was like, yeah, you're like, they were so, I was doing great, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, the whole thing about it is it's a little bit of a shell game. It's just a lot of complicated bets that in the long run, if you do the math, you're kind of destined to lose. But they say it's the closest
you have the best odds
out of any other
at
game.
a casino. Like I basically what happened. What got me really into craps is first time I ever gambled. There was like a morbidly obese man in a suit, and like he was just like, "Follow me," and I did. I just did whatever he did, and I won. And I'm like. So every time I'm at a casino, I'm always looking for a morbidly obese man in a suit. Never happened. But then when I toured with Norm McDonald, he really taught me how to play craps. And basically, what the trick was to do whatever he didn't do. I just had to bet the opposite of him because he bet with the casino because you could bet on like the don't pass line.
Oh man,
and
people
like
hate that, though.
People hate it. Oh my god, like. The closest I've ever seen to him like breaking character was like people yelling at him and like screaming at him because he was doing the don't pass line. Because like you're a villain.
Well, I don't understand.
You're betting in favor of the casino. You're hoping the casino wins.
Okay.
But when you do lose that way, people really jeer at you.
Yeah.
They're like, in your face. I went to play it at one of those border casinos. What's that little town called that you go through?
Prim?
Yeah, I think it's Prim,
okay.
and it was all computerized.
I don't
And I
like.
was like, I'm not going to play a video game version
Yeah.
of it. That's the whole thing. Is you roll the dice, you know.
Prim. Have you ever been to Prim?
I don't think I ever
Whiskey
stopped
Pete's
there.
or whatever?
I mean,
Yeah.
you see it when you're driving into Vegas, but I don't think I ever
That's
stopped.
if you really have a compulsive addiction, or you're like, I can't even wait the 40 minutes.
I find it a good bathroom break spot. So like,
Yeah.
if you're there, you might as well bet.
Okay.
But also, every time I drive past it, my friend Allie's mom shit her pants in Prim, and I think
Oh.
about that all the time.
Back to the seeing accidents on your way here.
Oh man! So it's also a tourist trap, you know. Like they have a Chevron station there.
Yeah.
Oh, am I allowed to say this?
Oh,
Because
you
I'm
know
about to
what?
put them down.
Chevron's our biggest
Oh, no.
sponsor, actually.
Yeah, I need you to know that we're on Ruinous Media, which is the premier Christian podcast network.
Oh, that's
and
right.
It's mostly funded by Big Oil.
Yeah.
Probably. Well,
And, Chevron has the best gas. If you need gas for your car, be sure to go to Chevron.
Vroom,
Yeah.
vroom, right to Chevron.
and
It's
this
got
story,
Techron.
in Chevron's favor, they're just good business people trying to make good money and feed their
Yeah.
families like anybody else. But so I go back there, and I wanted some water. I was totally dehydrated, and I went back to the fridge, and it's totally packed. There's like a line 10 deep at
Yeah.
the little counter, and so I grabbed. But I noticed that none of the waters, like Aquafina or all that stuff, none of them had the prices underneath.
Oh, yeah.
So I just kind of had to guess. So I just kind of grabbed one, and I was like, "Oh, I get it. So I'm gonna have to stand in line, and then the guy's gonna be like, "Okay, $7," and it's
Right.
like I already stood in line, so I'm
Right.
just gonna do it. So instead, I was just like, "Hey, how much is this? How much is this?" Just to annoy them, so that they're maybe eventually like, maybe this thing of not putting the price tags back. I should just still go back there like every few hours. Hey, buddy, how much is this? How do you get the price tags up here? Come on.
What accidents did you see for real?
2 car accidents.
Anything good?
No, I saw no bodies. Is that what you're
You
asking?
didn't see anybody get thrown from the car?
No. Have you ever seen that?
Like a body fly out of a car? No.
No, I don't.
I do remember something that I wish I didn't know about or see was there was a guy, I don't know how many years ago, but on the 5, there was some dude who was like speeding super fast and went on the shoulder. I don't know what happened, but he crashed his car and got thrown from the car, and his body was up on the sign for the exit, like where it said, like, Colorado exit or whatever. The body was like on
man.
the sign, like there's a little ledge, and it was like on the sign. Yeah, I swear to God.
Sounds like a cartoon.
And they had like,
Are you sure you weren't watching Roadrunner?
Where it's like he went through the
didn't-
sign
like-
and his legs were dangling.
no, I didn't like. I wasn't there, but they showed. I guess they showed it on the news or so, because there was like a blank. I don't know how they got a blanket over him or why they would just cover him, but the guy was up on the sign.
That's crazy.
On the ledge.
Yeah, I can see
Wild.
that happen.
Is this from like a mad world?
I have a good friend who scored the music for Faces of Death.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And it became this huge cult thing, and he said it was very disturbing, but I can't
It was
help
2000. It
go
was 10
like,
years ago. Almost exactly. Sorry, go ahead.
It would just be funny to put it on your reel, as
Yeah.
a composer. Yeah, this is some stuff that I've done. Just everybody's all bummed out.
Yeah, I did Airbud Golden Retriever,
Yeah,
Golden
yeah.
Receiver, and I Face of Death.
Yeah.
Here's the news.
Story and video that made national news.
And it was
doubt you
look.
saw it. A man involved in a crash in Glendale
they blurred
Friday
it.
was
They blurred it.
ejected from
'Cause
his
his-
car onto a freeway sign.
That's so close.
Tonight, the
That's
victim's
like close to
cousin
my
is speaking
house.
out.
That's why. That's
Yeah.
why I remembered it, because it's the exit right before where I get off.
Rebecca.
It's like a human
heartbreaking.
interest story. It's like,
I mean, it's just.
and after the
you know,
news, a guy gets splattered onto a sign. Find out about that one.
Ejected through the front windshield, soars through the air, and lands on a sign.
Also, can pizza actually be good for you?
I'm glad that they blurred it out, though.
you don't want to see that shit, man.
No, and I that also just makes me assume his pants came off while he was like,
Maybe.
yeah.
That would be funny if they only had like it blurred on his crotch, like you see the whole mangled corpse, but they're like, Can't see that cock. Well, Henry, so Henry Phillips is here.
Yeah.
Henry's Kitchen, Highwayman,
Yeah.
Punching the Clown,
Yeah.
Punching Henry.
And more recently, nothing, just those things. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I'm trying to make a new. This falls under Henry's Kitchen. I'm in the process of working on a new album by the composer that I've commissioned named Jose Suicidio. Some people think we're one and the same, but that's just a conspiracy theory. And I'm trying to commission Suicidio to make this album by the holidays, but most likely. The album will be done, but nowadays I have to learn how to put out an album in 2025.
You know, I've been reading a lot of music memoirs, and
Right.
it really does feel like there's never actually been a way, or at least maybe it's the musicians that I'm reading memoirs about, but it seems like the only way to make money on releasing an album is to wait 50 years and you've died, and then all of a sudden you're very famous.
Well, I actually, in the 90s, had a record deal, and I had some managers that had record deals in the 80s, and it was all in the comedy world, so I could probably tell you a little bit. But yeah, the way that it works is that you're supposed to get something like 10 cents per track as the recording artist for every album sold. So if you were... from the first album sold. So, yeah, like Alanis Morissette sold 30 million copies. So she got probably $30 million for that, which was good. But then it turned into this new model where you buy, from the label, you buy like 1,000 CDs for $6 a piece. And then, hey, you can sell them now to your fans for $15. But now you have a tower of CDs in your bedroom. And it costs you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I still have a bunch of them.
I have so many of my album, James Dean type, available on specialthingsrecords.com. Stream it or something. I get a check for $19 every 5 months.
Hey, that's not bad.
It's pretty good. Yeah. And then I have 100 copies that I could sell for whatever I want. And it seems like no one's willing to pay even $1.
Now, how does it work when you get with the Columbia House, when you get 12 records for a penny?
Yeah, so be careful with that one. Okay. Actually, the way that they do that is you do get the album. You get 10 albums for a penny.
Yeah.
But you find out you don't get a lot of good ones in the catalog after those 10, and then you have to buy them. They say regular club prices.
I did it once, and I don't think I got hosed. I think you just have to cancel.
We just didn't pay.
Yeah, you have to cancel or you have to send it back.
You know, they were so ahead of their time. It seems like everything now is just a variation of that scam. It's like, oh, I want to watch this one show, or I want to read this one news article. I got this headline, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll tell you what. Why don't you sign up, and you'll just get it for free until the regular club prices is set to, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they were doing it correctly, and they were just the most evil people in society. A couple of 12-year-olds, like, we had no idea, but we didn't pay, and nobody came after us or anything. We just
I don't think
didn't
anybody
pay.
paid.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean, there's a reason why the music industry died.
Well, they didn't have credit cards. That's why they're smart now. They get your credit card.
yeah.
God, but going back to you get 10 cents per track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've released an album with 1,000 tracks.
Well, yeah, there you go. But the CD only held so many of them. Oh, man.
Well, if each track is just like a 1/10 of a second long. Track 1. Track 2.
By the way, I would be
Guy making noises.
yeah, exactly.
Which really, that's what all music is. That's really what singing is, if you think about it. It's just a guy making noises.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's even comedy.
No
They're
quality
talking,
control.
It's just making noises out of your mouth.
I would be remiss if I didn't take this moment to say that the great Dr. Demento just put out his final show from 55-year run.
Wow.
Just put it out on drdemento.com. It's a 3.5-hour episode. And it's literally, if you read the description, I got emotional. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if we had it in New Jersey. I found out about it when I moved out here as a kid, and it was just Well, that's where Weird Al came from.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
that's
no,
where I
he's-
heard George Carlin for the first time.
He's just always been a part of my life.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
yeah.
to think that he just released his last one and there's been like no fanfare. Meanwhile, Mark Maron releases his last WTF.
Yeah.
It's on the cover of the New York Times.
Is it really?
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean,
Maybe.
it happened in like more underground type publications. There's been some articles about it. There was one pretty decent one. But yeah, I say for people to go, if you're into comedy records, go to drdemento.com and just look at the most recent download. You can get it for like $3, or you can become a member or whatever. Get it at the regular club prices. But honestly, just reading the description. I mean, so he and I have been friends for a long time, and he's just got so much information about like what we're talking about. And you know, he was friends with Zappa and Wolfman Jack and all that stuff. And
Wolfman Jack, that's Sean's.
you
That-
could just
that's my
give him-
hero.
Yeah, you could just name anybody remotely related to radio during
Yeah.
that time, and he'll just sort of tell you all about it.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing, and I don't remember if he told me this or one of the other guys, but apparently the CD cases, when you look at the really early ones, they're opaque on the spine.
Right.
And that was a place where you'd put your payola stuff. You could put a couple of bills, like maybe $1,000 bill in there, or some cocaine or a phone number or something like that. And that's what you'd send to the record label.
really?
And then the first thing that those DJs, like Johnny Fever or whatever, they'd open it up and then just look in there and see what kind of gifts they got. And then that was going to be a lot of whether they, because there's a whole book called Hitman where you can read about all this stuff. But record labels would have to hire these independent promoters who would do all that kind of messy
Really?
stuff. And that's why the CDs eventually, there was a rule that they had to be clear. So if you look at a newer CD, they're clear on the spine because you can't put that stuff in there.
Well, I haven't looked at it. Do they still sell CDs?
Yeah.
No, that was I don't know. It's almost, doesn't it feel like almost overnight CDs were gone? It was like it happened so fast. It was just like,
Yeah, I don't understand how anything works. You know, I still don't understand how Spotify and like Apple Music are legal.
that guy who owns Spotify. There was a statistic that was great. It was like he's worth like $5 billion,
Right.
and Paul McCartney's worth like $900 million. It's like, that's just ridiculous.
Doesn't make sense.
I do think it is funny because like there's like that new Taylor Swift album that came out. And,
Oh
like,
yeah, I've been hearing about that.
but like because now everyone uses Spotify or Apple Music, they had to be number one. They're like, so it's got like I don't know, like 150 million. Let's just say that's like the equivalent of someone buying 5 million copies, and that's
Yeah.
they're doing this math that doesn't make sense.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, like when you go to a restaurant and go into the bathroom, there's just like Frank Sinatra playing with like a 60-piece orchestra or whatever. But it's like at some
In
point,
the bathroom?
yeah, like,
Yeah,
you'll
it's
hear
a
like
big
Is this back in
bathroom.
the
you'll hear like
60s or something?
New York. Well, I
God,
go to
the
fancy
good old days.
I go to fancy restaurants. But I'm just saying, it's like during the time that those albums were being made, they were just such huge production value,
Yeah.
so much money, and now you just basically hear it when you go take a piss. Like music has in general just gotten cheaper because it's everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the commodity is just sort of
It's
been
all
watered
shit
down.
now.
A lot of it is.
Oh, I mean,
Most of it.
I'm super into this. I guess they're a band. I don't think they're actually a band. I think it's one girl, but she has like a. She's been making these albums that are like super impressive, like like punk albums. But she does it all. She plays every instrument in her like just room, and
Yeah.
they sound as good as everything else now.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll give her a shout out.
That's the good news.
Jezebel Gebergibly. Don't Google that name because you're gonna. It seems like she may have started in a super right wing way, but now she's
okay.
like. Then she hit 18 and 19 and left incel core.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear there's people
Are there
like that
female
out there.
incels?
She's the one.
Wait, she was a female incel?
Yeah, she did. She started in the
Seems like
incel
if
core.
Seems impossible.
If they both meet each other, they could solve the whole situation right there.
It was, but her music's really good. And like, but the first couple albums, it seems like she really hates women.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I don't listen to those. I listen to new stuff.
Yeah. She loves women. Yeah. That's hilarious.
well, we got what record did you pick today?
I
This
picked
is a
Martin Mull.
Oh, this is not on. Well, this might be on Spotify, but this is an actual record. Everybody, in case you didn't know,
Yeah.
and this one's called "I'm Everyone I've Ever Loved." Martin Mull. And Martin Mull, I'm familiar with him, but I don't think I've ever listened to any of his albums.
Did you ever watch Fernwood Tonight? That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his
Fred
7th
Willard.
album. This is the 7th album he released. Martin Mull is a legend. Like,
Oh yeah.
you have he came on the scene with Mary Hartman did Fernwood Tonight, did America Tonight. He's in the Clue movie that everyone loves.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
A lot of people from my generation remember him from Roseanne or Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That's right.
The Arrested Development.
Yeah,
He
Gene
was
Parmesan.
Gene Parmesan.
Well, he's just one of those people that's just funny, just as a person, just a funny person.
An accomplished painter as well.
I didn't
When
know
he was
that.
on the Norm Macdonald Live podcast, he was mostly talking about his painting.
Oh, wow.
Went to RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. So I'm going to put Talking Heads as the #1 graduates there, and then Martin Mull #2.
And he's got, on this record, there's a special guest artist. He's got Tom Waits is on this.
Nice.
And Rob Reiner.
Well, that's my favorite. Both those names
Melissa Manchester.
are like
Robert
my Mount
Klein.
Rushmore.
I feel like Tom Waits was omnipresent in every scene of LA in the 1970s. Like, if you read any book, no matter what like scene it's from,
Yeah.
Tom Waits makes an appearance.
He's just there.
It's truly incredible. Like the world of film, he is friends with like every cool director from the
Oh, yeah.
70s and 80s. There's a famous famous story in the punk world because he had an office on at the Tropicana Hotel on Sunset, like that. He kept an office there, so like that's where all the punk bands would stay.
Yeah.
So one day he kind of fell in love with Alice Bagg, who was in this band called the Bags, and they were going to be the first punk band to ever play the Troubadour.
Okay.
So he went, and but he had so much clout and power that so everyone could dance. He kept his table to just watch the show. So all the kids were dancing around him.
Oh, that's great.
And like he was just like drinking at his table in
Yeah.
the middle of like the pit.
Oh, wow.
And then he beat the shit out of the drummer from the
Really?
Bags. Yeah.
Wow. Tom Waits is the real deal.
Man, I fucking love Tom Waits.
You got to watch Fishing with John.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. The Tom Waits episode is incredible.
I remember that.
That's another thing I learned from Demento. That Tropicana Hotel apparently was the only one that allowed long-haired people to hang out.
I mean, like if you look at any picture from the Ramones, like Blondie, any band that came to LA in 1975 to 1977, they're all at the Tropicana.
Well, because they started getting wealthy and they wanted to go to a place that was nice to hang out, and most places wouldn't let them in.
Yeah.
But that was the one that did. It's in West Hollywood, right? I
Yeah.
think it's a Ramada now.
Yes, the Ramada on Santa Monica. Like if you'll see it. It used to just be the coolest hotel. Now it's the
Yeah.
Ramada.
Well, we should still go there.
And they don't let people with long hair in there, which is weird.
Oh man, we should grow our hair out real long.
My hair's pretty long.
It is
Well,
kind
let's
of
listen to let's listen
yeah.
to so this is going to be all music, right?
Mr. Mull,
Yes?
the president of the record company will see you now.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Miss
Clayton type.
Miss Platentype. That's quite nice. Excuse me, I don't mean to be forward, but what is that perfume you're wearing? It's incredibly
Oh,
nice.
thank you. It's called Ode to Billy Joe.
Oh, where'd you get it?
One of the gay boys gave it to me.
Oh, that's, well, I wouldn't. Where? Where again?
Oh, it's the third door on the left.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're
Hope
welcome.
to see you later.
I hope so. Good luck.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Martin. Sit down. You want a beer?
No, thank you, but you go right ahead. That's all
Okay,
right.
what's up?
Well, I've been giving this new album project of ours an awful lot of thought, and I've decided, as far as I'm concerned, I cannot do a live comedy record. I don't care for them. It is not my idea of a...
Martin,
of a,
Martin,
I can't, I'm sorry, I cannot.
Martin, for God's sakes. You're here at ABC. At ABC, the artist is the king. Whatever you want is what we want. We're not interested in whether it's live. Get your hand off the desk, please.
I'm sorry.
We're not interested in whether it's live or whether we do it in the studio. So whatever's best for you is best for us.
This is fantastic. I mean, boy, by not doing it live, it is going to cost a little bit more money than if...
Tonight, live, the preliminary event. We bring you a man who personifies the agony of defeat.
That's Billy Crystal as Howard Cosell.
Oh boy.
I'm going to call it. I think that's the best joke we've heard on this
so
podcast
funny.
so far.
Yeah.
Perfect smash cut.
Yeah, I have so many of his records too, and I haven't listened to them.
I can't believe there's a smash cut on an album. I've never.
I know. I'll bet Rob Reiner had something to do with that. He's just like comedic genius.
Have
And
you
I'm
guys
sure
seen the
Mike-
new Spinal Tap movie?
No,
Yeah.
I really wanted to see it, but then
I'm
I'm weary of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, for me, it's like they were making fun of such a specific thing that was happening at the time, and I feel like I don't know. I'm not racing to go out and see it.
They kind of listen. I think Christopher Guest is probably like one of the most important comedic minds. In history.
Oh yeah.
But I do feel like it does feel like it's maybe 10 years too late. Like if like the Rolling Stones were still like really touring and people were still really making jokes about how when are they going to hang it up?
Yeah.
Like it would work a little bit more.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to get excited about, but maybe it's great. Maybe it's hilarious.
We could all just be jaded.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's something like, Spinal Tap is just such a thing, where it's like you kind of just don't want to fuck with it.
I know. I saw the screening that they did a couple months ago, the 40th anniversary.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was fantastic because, for one thing, I was in Glendale at the Look Cinema, and it was all packed, and I was like, I'll bet I could have a long conversation with every single person in this room. And it's like, and also, I go to that movie theater a lot, and I always feel like a little apprehensive because I'm like, am I about to waste 90 minutes? And then I kept reminding myself, I'm about to see one of the best comedy movies of all time. This is going to be on a big screen, which I'd never seen it on a big screen. I was like, this is amazing. But yeah, at the end, they showed a scene from the new movie, and it was jarring because I was like, wow, they've aged. Well, of course, we all have.
Yeah,
but
it's
it was
40
like
years.
really jarring to see them so quickly after seeing them for an hour and a half. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But and that's to be expected, of course, and they've all aged great, and they're very funny. But I just the bit wasn't making me laugh as hard as I did at the other stuff, and I don't know.
And such a great movie, but I mean that's the problem with like a sequel that comes years after is like. Especially watching them back to back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You have that jar, like, but like you don't want to. There's some characters you don't need to see old.
Yeah, like the
Well,
Dumb and Dumber guys. When they made that last one, it's like they're too old
it's
to
a
be
bummer.
that stupid.
Like if they made the Jerk 2 right now,
yeah.
I'd be really sad.
Oh yeah,
That's a funny idea. I mean, Steve, like, what is he, like 80 now?
He still kind of looks like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks slower and like.
No, he still looks like, yeah.
But
But him and Martin Short both have some kind of, I don't know, some guy working on them constantly.
yeah, exactly.
But I would be really sad to see the Jerk 2.
I think it would be funny to remake The Jerk and have, like, Zac Efron play.
Well, I'm sure they've thought about it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
must have.
They did
They must
make
have floated
a
it.
made-for-TV movie called The Jerk 2, TOO.
Oh, yeah.
In the 80s.
Oh, I didn't.
And it's
might
one of
have
the
to
guys
watch
from Fridays is playing Naven.
Which guy is it? There was like the guy with the curly hair.
The curly hair,
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
Bromfield.
yeah,
I
that
believe.
guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I
he
forgot
was
about
in
that.
a lot of rock videos too.
Yeah, I've never felt or I've never realized how potentially on the spectrum I am till I
Yeah, that was a good
immediately
pull.
pull that.
Wow.
We're coming in the middle of this. I don't know what it is. But so his records are... I mean, he just does whatever he wants. Like, this just sounds like a good musical number.
No, but they're satirical. Like I think these are going to be comedy albums.
Which track are we on? 3?
Now the boy is gone to meet his mom. Natural causes, the bottle, not the bomb.
Yeah.
Track.
They found him in the dining room. His face was in a stew. They dressed him in a suit, a shiny blue. In that same year, the girl gave up the ghost. The minister said she'd be missed the most. Her patients cried a tear, recalling how she'd signed the cast. The nurses said she'd find a man at last. But they never met, not even briefly. I know what you
This is the second track. They never
thought
met.
that they might. Now what was the problem?
He did pull a lot of like impressive talent, like just through what I'm reading right now. He on like his very first album, like Levon Helm played drums.
Wow.
He had a few members of NRBQ, like so he's like he seems to be well respected by both comedy and music people.
Is he from Los Angeles originally?
No, he is from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. That's probably where Fred Willard's from, too, huh?
Yeah, no.
Second City or something?
Well, I think Fred Willard started. He was in.
One of the best parts of Spinal Tap.
Yeah, he's from
yeah.
he's from Ohio, but he was in a sketch group in L.A.
Oh, yeah, for many years.
Ace Trucking Company.
Yeah.
Which has my one of my favorite guys in Scorsese movies, George Mamoli. Do you know he's in Mean Streets? He's like the guy who runs the billiards place.
Okay.
Who's like a big fat guy. He's so funny in it. Like he's just a big fat guy who they get into a fist fight and he gets really out of breath immediately. It's like and it's such a good bit. But yeah, he was like sketch partners with Fred Willard.
Oh, okay.
And he's also in American Boy, the Scorsese documentary where the guy who sells the gun in Taxi Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Scorsese made a documentary about that guy in the 70s. Like he had like this crazy life. He was a heroin addict who like actually sold guns.
Oh wow.
So like he's in a living room just explaining his life story.
Wow.
And it's so funny and good. It's like the best hour of stand-up that's not intended to be stand-up.
That's cool.
But yeah, Fred Willard, George Mamoli. I love George Mamoli.
Yeah.
May he rest in power.
Yeah, Fred Willard was great. And Fernwood Tonight is like very hard. You can find some of it on YouTube, but it's just kind of lost. It's not like it never really.
Yeah, you got to go to Dailymotion. You got to go to YouTube. I always feel bad. I worked on this TV show called What Just Happened on Fox. It was hosted by Fred Savage.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a fake after show to a show. It was an after show to a show that didn't exist.
Oh, yeah?
And we had Fred Willard on, and it's like one of his last roles he ever did.
Mm-hmm.
And we put him. It was like in the time of Masked Singer, and we were doing a thing through it called the Masked Intern, and we had him in a mascot outfit, and we're all like, we made a huge mistake. I think we're about to kill Fred Willard.
Oh, man.
He was so sweaty, so tired.
Oh, man. God, yeah, he's royalty. I'm lucky enough to have been able to meet him a couple of times in those last couple of years.
The nicest guy, so funny. I mean, like, and funny, like, at every, like, he's funny in the 70s, and he's funny as, like, an old man.
Yeah.
Like him in A Mighty Wind, like is a movie that I like really indifferent towards, but like his scene as the new singing revival manager is so funny.
He's great in
What
everything.
happened?
Yeah, what happened? In Waiting for Guffman, on the DVD, all the extras and outtakes and stuff, he is just like. There's so many outtakes with him just being fucking hilarious. Like. He's just a machine.
Well, yeah. Well, there was a sort of a sequel to Spinal Tap that aired only on TV also.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, it's very funny. You could see it on YouTube. And I remember loving it because they did a follow-up with his character, Hook Stratton. And he's just like, yeah, no, it was tough for me because I did the booking and they didn't really they hated him. Everybody hated Spinal Tap, and he's like, as a matter of fact, there was some joke about because we had to test fly a plane into a cliff, and someone was like, "Hey, why don't we get Hookstratton to bring that band that he had?" But they were joking, of course. But I mean, it's just like he's just so perfect. Well, yeah, Martin Mull and Fred Willard together is just like they're both just naturally funny guys. They don't have to work at it; they just have it in their persona, and that's what's so awesome about it.
Yeah, I had met him. I don't know if I told this story before, but it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. Was I was doing they would do these shows downtown at Hot House. It was like a production thing.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they had this like big kind of. I was like in this weird space, and they had like a big kind of green room area. And Fred Willard was on the show, and he was back there, and I was like, I have to introduce myself. Like I'm so like I never, care about celebrities, but like I have to introduce myself. It's Fred Willard. And I went over, I was like, hey, I just wanted to say I'm a big fan. He goes, oh, you're on that World's Dumbest show. Like he watched the fucking World's Dumbest. He's like, oh, you're great on that show.
Awesome.
And it was like, it was just so fucking surreal where it's like, what do you do? I mean, he's just some old guy who watches TV,
well,
I guess.
He was in the comedy scene just like a young person was. That's probably his secret, right?
Yeah. It was just wild to have him recognize me. And then and then I saw him at a party like a few weeks later. He's like, hey, how's it going? It's just
World's Dumbest.
Yeah, World's Dumbest. Wait, maybe he didn't watch the show. Now it's all starting to come together. He just knows that I'm the world's dumbest fucking guy.
I mean, the people like to laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I draw the line. Disco music, me play disco music. I have a certain reputation.
That is where the money is. The big money.
Oh.
I think this is 7. Get up, get down. I think there's just some tracks that are like 10 seconds long.
Get on down and boogie. Come on, get up. Get on down and boogie. Come on, get up. Get on down and boogie.
So now we can guess what date this came out. 78, 9?
77.
Okay.
There's so much disco hate back then. Like, it was such a joke.
Well, I think these guys were just making fun of old guys doing the young people's music, but then the backlash happened like in the 80s.
I can't believe the heat. The temperature is 110. Humidity is high. We could go stand on the corner and kiss these $10 seats goodbye. Instead, get up, get down, you're out of sight. You get up, you get down tonight. I'd rather not do the hustle. I had a hard day of work.
Good song. I mean,
Yeah.
the production value is great.
Yeah, I wonder who produced the music.
I mean, here's the thing with disco is also he's like a cool, like musician.
Anthony Jackson on bass.
So he's of course going to be like pushing back about what was
Yeah.
obviously a fad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just funny that I guess I wasn't really like around for disco, but I do remember all the 80s movies and stuff. It was always like disco sucks, bumper stickers. And
I think it was just it blew up so quickly that immediately everyone saw dollar signs and everyone was trying, like all the record labels were actually trying to get the people to do disco songs.
Yeah.
And that bred a lot of resentment and also kind of tarnished some reputations of like people who did do the disco songs. But like it makes sense that everyone was like disco sucks because it did kind of take away from rock and roll.
What do you think it did to the Bee Gees' reputation?
I mean,
It took them years to recover from that.
yeah.
For real.
Really?
Oh,
because
yeah.
they had to
Like, it
stop
had-
counting the money.
Well, yeah, they were probably fine in that regard. But no, there's a great documentary about them that I saw a couple years ago.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was really good. He's the only one alive, too, Barry. And this sounds awful, but one of the guys always, every time he came up on the old footage, I was like, that's Martin Short doing a character on SCTV or something.
Robin Gibb.
Yeah, Robin with the teeth.
Yeah, with the teeth.
But yeah, no, it It took them years, but people started. Well, the pendulum had to swing back to where it became ironic music,
Yeah.
but also people went back to the '70s, early '70s, and started going, "Wow, they had all these great songs like Nights on Broadway and How Do You Mend a Broken Heart or whatever." They had all these songs where he
I
wasn't
started a
singing that
joke.
way.
As
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
exactly.
Oh,
great
right,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, like the Bee Gees were. It's very interesting because, like, in that documentary, they're kind of like. So at first, everyone said we're ripping off the Beatles.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we get this thing, and then everyone gets mad at us for becoming the disco band.
Yeah, they had another huge hit before the disco era too. But
How Deep Is Your Love? Is that a disco song?
that was one of the disco ones. That's on Saturday Night Fever. But that is a great song.
That's a good song, yeah.
That's a great song. Barry Gibb actually produced like a lot of songs during that era. So he just had his hand in everything.
Well, you have his hand in a ventriloquist dummy?
That was a little side gig. Like he needed to take the money from all those ventriloquists.
Hey, buddy.
This is the Tom Waits track.
Can I get you over here for a second? I think
Hold your horses, man. I'm busier than a set of jumper cables at a Puerto Rican wedding.
There we go.
I see what you mean. I could use another one, man. I don't usually do this. It's just well, I'm in the music business. You ever get anybody in here?
Man, these are tough all over, man. What else is new?
Yeah. Well, today my company made me do a disco record. I mean, it's just as I say, I don't usually do this. I really like to have another one. You don't mind pennies, do you?
We can always use pennies.
Oh, fantastic.
Good audio joke there.
I think I got enough here for a double.
I think you got enough there for a funeral.
They say this world is in a mess. What's gonna happen next is anybody's guess. Say this whole damn planet may just blow sky high one day. But I don't worry.
Well, that's not Tom Waits.
No, the Tom Waits was in
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
Yeah, now it's
Don't know why.
Bombed Anyway.
Usually bomb. Anyway, might be them red Chinese dropping first.
I mean, these are weird albums. I mean, not like it's interesting. This was this guy's whole career. I mean, he's got like 100 albums.
Well, yeah, he's doing songs.
I mean, it's kind of the format. That's the Adam Sandler one. They're all gonna laugh at you, which was an amazing one.
Oh yeah, that's great.
But yeah, it's basically songs, and then there's little sketches in between.
Who's doing that now? Anybody?
Question.
Bring it back.
I guess I have to do it. It's up to me.
They would make money on these, You'd buy it. There was actual money changing hands, and now it's like you have to do it just as a passion project. You can't really do it for any other reason. Or you make YouTube videos,
Yeah, it feels like too, especially like we listened to Albert Brooks recently, and there was like the real record labels were like major labels were signing comedians, being like, this is just another portion of what we're doing, and now I don't think that exists. Like,
yeah, well, the whole thing has changed so that now record labels are basically like PR firms that. The idea is that they'll get you famous, but they take money out of your performances because that's the only place that money's actually happening. I remember that was a thing back in the 90s. Everybody was talking about the label. If I'm not mistaken, it's been 30 years since I've heard about this, but Adam Sandler was with Reprise Records, I think, and we knew some people from there, and they said that they had just signed Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay.
And they had no idea how big he was in the middle of the country. They just thought, oh, this guy's funny or whatever, let's put it out. But Jeff Foxworthy had been just destroying and building up this huge... So they wound up selling like 10 times as many albums as they thought that they were going to.
What's Foxworthy up to these days?
I saw a clip of him recently where he said something like the kind of clickbait headline was just Foxworthy says Nobody wants to see a 67-year-old guy doing stand-up comedy. It was depressing, but I think it might be true. I don't know. I saw Robert Klein, who's on this album. He's on track 1. I opened for him in Connecticut about 3 years ago.
Really?
And he was amazing. He's 82, I think.
Jeez.
And
what's
he was
his audience
fantastic.
like?
Oh, they're all older. They're probably my age and older. But he was entertaining as hell. He was dancing. He did his big closer. Which
I
is
Can't Stop My Legs.
Yeah, exactly. He did that. He did songs. He was political. He was smart. It was pretty impressive and great conversationalist, fun guy to talk to afterward.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing pretty well.
I do think Jeff Foxworthy, maybe it's different in the South, but like there's something amazing about when somebody doesn't quit and they just keep going. Like,
yeah, I think he might be wrong about that, but I mean, I kind of see his point too, or maybe he's just talking about in his own particular situation.
I mean, I think he probably also
Right.
his bit was so strong that it became such a like national phenomenon that like it's hard to keep like.
Well, once you've like achieved everything,
people
that
know
you can
what
achieve.
People know what a redneck is now.
Yeah. They know what you might be doing. If you are
exactly.
a redneck. But the what was the blue collar comedy thing like that? Launched the careers of Larry the
Ron
Cable
White.
Guy and Ron White.
Yeah.
Bill Engvall still. It seems like he's still kind of like
he just retired.
He's doing fine.
He retired.
Yeah,
I think he retired last year.
Did he get like? Was he?
People have their sign. You know?
Yeah. I guess.
Here's your sign.
Oh boy. God.
Well,
just sitting there trying to think of what your catchphrase is going to be. I guess I'll just stick
happened?
with this.
It's got to be
what happened?
It's so hard to come up with something like that where like you could grab an entire like at least a region of people being like that's good. I mean Ron White I thought still is a very good stand-up.
Oh, he's an amazing stand-up.
But I like that they tried to be like he's got one too, and it's like call me Tater Salad.
yeah.
That one doesn't work quite as well.
Yeah. The Foxworthy thing just reminded me of this is just kind of fun for us traveling comics, but I was in Park City like 2 years ago, and I was a little nervous. I was going to go up at the theater there, and I knew that everybody in the audience didn't know me because it's just one of those built-in audiences. Every year they do the comedy show, and so I went next door to get a slice of pizza at this little place, and there was like a party of like 8 people, and they were all doing shots and stuff. And I'm like, oh no, now they're gonna be drunk too. You're just in my head about it the whole time. But they had a Jeff Foxworthy calendar up there of the "You Might Be a Redneck" thing, and it's got a picture of him, and it's got his jokes and stuff. And these people were looking at it, and one of the guys picks it up, and he goes, "So." Is this the dude we're going to be seeing there? Next door? And they were like, no, that's a different guy. But I'm like, are you guys that unaware of who you're about to go see? Like, that's literally like one of the most famous comics.
Yeah.
You would have paid so much more money. Somebody would have said what they do, but they're just like people showing up. They don't have any idea.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Dry going to a show. Like,
Yeah,
not
exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Not
if
knowing what you're going to do.
So many people do though. They're just like, oh, comedy. Let's just that sounds fun.
Yeah, they got
like-
comedy at the Hollywood Bowl tonight. Let me check that out.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Totally
this guy
blind.
sucks. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
He's nothing like the calendar.
Let's just go read the calendar.
I mean, when they said comedy, I thought it would just cater to my specific tastes.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
thought
it
don't
was gonna
understand
be
what this guy's talking
My
about.
thought of what comedy should be.
I thought it was going to be like $100 a seat person that we've seen on TV for years.
Which is little kids acting like adults. That is what comedy is to me.
That is, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Pretty much.
All right, let's
when
see.
it's done well.
Let's listen to some more of this record. Then we'll get the hell out of here. We'll go to the Tropicana.
Yeah.
It's great to be on a ship with men and sail across the sea. Oh, we don't know where we'll land or when, but it's great to be with men. It's great to be with men. 'Cause men can sweat and men can stink and no one seems to care. Oh, we'll throw the dishes in the sink and clog the drain with hair. Oh, clog the drain with hair. Oh, men. It's a ship all filled with men. So
Ed Begley
batten down
Jr.
the ladies' room. There's no one here but men.
Drummer on Spinal Tap.
There's men above, there's men below, there's men down in the galley. There's Butch and one guy we call Sally. Men. It's a ship all filled with men. You'll never have to lift the seat. There's no one here but men. We're men and friends until the end, and none of us are sissies. At night we sleep in separate beds and blow each other kisses. Men. It's a ship all filled with men. So throw your rubbers overboard. There's no one here but men.
All right, this is great.
I'm just seeing that Martin Mull gets Dr. Demento playing this song too.
That song is incredibly close to the 2.5 Men theme song.
Kind of, and then also the Spam song, the Monty Python.
Yeah.
Spam. Oh man, we're really cracking the case wide open.
Looks like it's another mystery we need to solve. What Chamber of Commerce should we call first?
Yeah, we should incorporate that into every episode. Well, should we go to the closing track? See how he wraps this up.
Yeah, let's see what this last track is called. Michelle.
Super short.
Right. Okay, with the European vibrato. Here we go, take 2.
Michel, ma belle, c'est les mots qui conviennent bientôt, ma Michel. Ça, c'est les mots qui conviennent.
Oh yeah, it gets full credit. It gives full credit to John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it just says Amos Garrett. Oh, that's it.
That was
just like
it,
a little
yeah.
Closing button.
Is this available for streaming, Sean? And you're friends with his daughter?
Yeah, she's a writer on The Family Guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she. Yes, this is available for streaming.
So there you go. If you guys want to hear the whole album.
Yeah, Maggie Mull. Shout out to Maggie Mull.
Shout out Maggie Mull. We'll have to have her on the show.
Yeah, we should have Maggie Mull on the show.
Okay. Would she want to listen to one of her dad's records? What if he
Potentially.
made all his, like if he was playing them in his house all the time, like you do with your comedy record.
Oh yeah,
it's always
my son
heavy rotation.
Can recite my comedy from memory.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Henry.
Yeah. No, I had a good time. It was fun chatting with you guys.
Watch Henry's Kitchen, henryphillips.com.
Yeah, I try to tell people, actually, you can go to henrys.kitchen.
Okay.
And that's like the link tree or whatever. It's got whichever your favorite social media is. YouTube, it's got the Instagram, all that. It's got my website. But yeah, henrys.kitchen should get you to whatever of the various things I've tried that you want to try to be a fan of. You know, like whether you like independent films, I failed at that. Web series, stand-up comedy that I did 10 years ago. You'll see it all there.
All right. Well, that's a hard sell.
B Money, you got anything you want to promote? Should we start promoting our show in L.A.?
I guess, yeah, we're going to be doing a show at the Lyric Hyperion
on
the 29th of November.
Yeah, the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Saturday after Thanksgiving when everybody's out of town.
Yeah. So if you're in town, come. There will be tickets and stuff, but just say you know B Money.
Yeah, say Sean sent you. All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
Awoo.
All right.
Peace out.
See you, everybody.